Hey, what's up? Welcome to today's video. I thought I would do a video about my fasting transformation. It has been 2 months since I have started fasting, and I would say that this has been like the biggest change in my current weight loss journey that has really kind of transformed my physique and my body. I will insert some footage here of, because I was like literally just scrolling through my phone and I saw this footage of myself just 2 months ago. I'm so glad that I took pictures. Which, side note, please take photos of yourself during your postpartum weight loss journey. You won't regret it. I saw this photo of myself and I, at the time, obviously thought I looked really good because I'm fitting into my old, pre-pregnancy workout clothes. But then I compared it to now, 2 months later, and I just have shrunk. I've lost 9 pounds in those 2 months, and I figured I will do kind of an updated video on fasting and my transformation using fasting and just how far I've come in just 2 months, 9 pounds. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking all about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please thumbs it up if you like it and if you want more of this type of content, because I love talking about my fitness journey and things that are working with this whole postpartum weight loss journey. So I appreciate your guys' support, and let's get into the video. So back to the topic of today's video, which is fasting and kind of my transformation these last 2 months with implementing fasting. Now, I don't want to get too much into diet and like what I've been eating, because I've already done a video on that and I will leave that down below so you can check that out, and it talks more about like what I've been eating while fasting. But I am not perfect with my diet by any means, and I'm still experimenting with a lot of different things. High protein, low carb, I'm eating dairy, but do I still continue eating dairy because of my rash? Like I still get, eczema and rashes. Like I still have this like little flare up here. I usually get it like on my chest. So it's hard, it's tough, because I love having my half and half of my coffee. But besides the point, I had to share a few makeup items in this video because I love finding new drugstore dupes for high-end products. And this one is a dupe for the Benefit brow pencil. I forget the name of it. I think it's called like Precisely My Brow or something like that. It's $26, and you don't need to spend $26 for an eyebrow pencil when you can find one for half the price at the drugstore. This is the NYX brow pencil. It's a micro brow pencil in the shade brunette, and I did this brow here, and I love it because it's got a spoolie at the end. It's got a very fine tip. It's pretty much identical to the Benefit brow pencil, and I love it because it stays in place. It doesn't slip and slide. It's got a nice grip to it. It just defines my brows so nicely. That one is a must. Oh, I always get questions about like what's on my lips. This is the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in Slow Ride. I'll try and leave links to everything down below. I know this is kind of getting off topic, but I just had to share some of my favorites here. And I found a new liquid liner. I used to wear liquid eyeliner all the time. It is the e.l.f. liner in Midnight. It's called the Expert Liquid Eyeliner. I like this one because it's got a super fine tip. It is so easy to create either a thick liner or like a thicker wing or a thinner wing. And I just really honestly like to do the ends of my eyes. I don't typically go like all the way in, although you can. I used to do that. I used to go crazy with my liners, but you saw how easy that was. And it just creates the most precise, pointy tip, and it stays put. It's matte black. I just love it so much. So yeah, I was looking through my phone, flipping through photos, because I love to take photos and videos of my body in the mirror, and it's good like just to document my progress. And I'm so glad that I did do that like all throughout my postpartum journey, because looking back, 2 months ago was when I started fasting, and there is a huge difference, not only with the number on the scale with my weight, but just in my overall, like how I'm fitting in my gym clothes. Things are just a lot looser, fitting better. I don't look as like bloated and just puffy. So in between these two photos, and I'll insert clips here, is a 9-pound difference, which is wild. That's almost 5 pounds each month, because it's only been 2 months that I've started this. And you guys, like, I was shocked when I saw the difference, because I didn't realize that that was a 9-pound weight loss difference like that. I was like really surprised, because I started at, when I started fasting, I was 125, and now I am 116. I'm kind of like in between 116 and 117. So that is that 9 pounds? Yeah, that's 9 pounds. Anyway, that is just like, wow, I can't even believe it. So I have been doing intermittent fasting. I've done a couple long fasts of like, 20 to 21 hours. I don't know if that even is considered like a long fast or not, but to me, it's a pretty long fast. So I typically finish like my last meal at 6 o'clock. That's my dinner. And then the next day, I will have my first meal at around 12. And it just kind of happened, like this whole fasting journey just kind of happened without me intentionally wanting it to happen. And I will explain what I mean by that. Mama. To be with mommy right after his nap. So. One of the times when he's wanting to be attached to me and I'm holding him, my arm gets like so sore and tired, because he's 14 months old. I think he's probably like 25 pounds. Anyway, so this has been like a real game changer. It's basically just like a giant fanny pack. You clip it to your waist. You can adjust it, obviously. And what I do is I keep it to the side, because that's just an easier way for me to like get things done. So I just have this to the side, and he'll just sit up here, and there's like different areas for, holding stuff, like little pocket here, a giant pocket right here, each pocket, and like some smaller pockets here, right here to put something. And I love it because you can just like twist it and move it around for whichever configuration you want. So if you wanted your child to be facing you, you can have it this way. You can have it off to the side. You can use this for nursing if you wanted to. So I will leave a link to Mom Cozy down below. Thank you to Mom Cozy for sponsoring this portion of the video. I will leave a link to their product down below along with a coupon code. And this has been awesome for carrying my little one. Okay, so the reason why fasting kind of just fell into my lap, I wasn't intentionally seeking it out. It's not like I really knew that much about it and I was ready to embark on this fasting journey. It was at around the time when, let's see, it was like towards the end of February. It was right after my son's 1-year birthday party. We were traveling. I'm normally not really like a breakfast person. Like I don't wake up hungry. It just really kind of depends. Like if I'm like really active the day before, then maybe I'll wake up hungry. But for the most part, like I'm just not a breakfast person. Yes, I love my eggs, but most of the time I typically like don't get hungry until around 10:30, 11. So when we were traveling, it was really easy for me to just like skip breakfast, especially when like my son wakes up at 6:30 and wants to eat his first meal at 7 a.m. Like I'm just not hungry at that time. We would typically eat at 7, and my husband would eat with my son, but I wasn't hungry, so I would just drink my coffee and have a bunch of water, and I wouldn't eat until around lunchtime. And it just kind of worked out that way. So while we were on vacation, like, that's just what I started doing, and it felt really good. I was working out as well. I remember, like, both my husband and I would take turns while my son was taking a nap, and I would go and like work out at the hotel gym and do my workout. And I started feeling so much lighter. I remember feeling like my joggers, my like Viore joggers, were getting looser, and I was hungry. Like, there were times where I'd be like, oh, I really like, do want to eat something, but we were also really limited because we would be out or something, or it wasn't necessarily like, lunchtime or whatever, but we would have some food in our hotel, like fruit. And so I would like eat some fruit. So I was, technically breaking my fast at that point. And again, I didn't really know like the rules of fasting. I just kind of was eating, my first meal around 11:30. So that started happening around the end of February. And I remember by the time we came back, and it had only been 1 week of me doing this, and I remember like being 3 pounds lighter. So just in a matter of 1 week, which is crazy. Fast forward to 2 months from that point, I am now down 9 pounds. So again, I can share links about fasting and stuff like that, like down in the description box of this video. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys about this amazing journey and transformation of how fasting impacted me and my body and my health. And I feel like a lot sharper. I get this sense of like I'm just on it, and I can think better. When I'm fasting, I just feel like my digestion is better. I feel lighter. I feel like my clothes are fitting better. And again, it's not to say that I'm fasting. I'm fasting for a certain period of time every single day, but it has definitely been that one thing that I've been doing religiously since the end of February. And so that's why I wanted to talk about it, because it's made such a huge impact on my weight loss journey. And I can talk more about diet and stuff, but my diet kind of has been up and down, and I've been experimenting with a lot of things. So I don't want to say that, there's one specific thing that I'm doing that has really like changed my physique. I think more than anything, it's been fasting. But I have been trying to be more mindful of what I'm eating, because, when you are fasting, when you do break your fast, you want to make sure that you're fueling your body with whole foods, higher protein foods, so that you're not like spiking your insulin levels, because that's just going to make you even more hungry. And it's just, yeah, so I'm staying away from like, processed foods. So I do implement like an 18-6 or like a 24. So basically 18 hours of fasting, 6 hours of like an eating window, or I'll typically go for 20 hours of fasting with like a 4-hour eating window. It just kind of depends like on my mood. Like today, for example, I worked out in the morning, I got hungry, and so I ate around 9:30, which was a 15.5-hour fast. So every day is not the same, but I love it. I love fasting, and it's been great, but it's still a journey, and I'm learning every single day. I'm trying everything out. I'm loving fasting so far, but now I think the next goal is to lose maybe a couple more pounds, but really, really focus on, good nutritious foods that are going to fuel my body, fuel my days, because I am running around after a little one. I'm on my feet a lot. We are very active with a little boy who loves to run around. So the focus now, I think, is just going to be on really good whole foods, staying away from processed foods, and seeing what works with my body. And again, I'm happy with where I'm at right now. If I don't lose any more weight, I am totally happy. In fact, I'll show you guys what my body looks like at the moment. So you guys can see really quick here. This is a little tennis dress actually that I bought on Amazon. I'll leave a link to it because I love it. It's so comfortable. I just slip it on. It's got these built-in shorts. So yeah. In fact, I wore this post-pregnancy a lot. And I remember being a lot wider and having like a little belly, and now it's like, it's looser, which is great. So I have this in black as well. I'll try and leave links to this one too, because I'm obsessed. It's got like a little crisscross. You can adjust the straps. I just felt the need to do like an updated weight loss transformation video from the last 2 months because I think it's a pretty big one. And yeah, more to come. If you guys have any questions, comments, feedback, if you have more information about fasting, leave them down below. I'm also learning more about the carnivore diet, although I'm not 100% sure it's for me. I'm still learning though. So if you guys have anything that you want to share, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know where you're at with your postpartum weight loss journey. I hope that you found this video somewhat helpful, inspiring, motivating for you. I love to share, love to help you guys out because I know for us short girls, okay, I'm 5 feet tall. I know that it is difficult. Literally 1 pound is like 10 pounds on us. So I'm right there with you. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.